back. We are back at it. We're still in section 6.1 doing example 2. We just were classifying polygons based on their sides. Now we're going to classify them as being either regular or irregular, concave or convex. So let's look at the notes here. A regular polygon is one that's both equilateral and equal angular. So if all sides are equal and all angles are equal, you have a regular polygon. And if it's not regular, then it's irregular. That would be the opposite, okay? Now to determine if they're concave or convex, this is how you would do it. Concave, if any part of your diagonal contains points in the exterior of the polygon. So that's the diagonal in the exterior. For example, look over here at this one, okay? This is a concave quadrilateral. The reason why it's concave is when you try to connect these 2 points here and here, the diagonal that's formed is in the exterior of the polygon. So it's outside of the polygon itself. That means it's concave. Another way that I look at it is it's caved in a little bit. Did you notice that? There's a little bit of a cave in, and so it's not bulging out, it's kind of bending in a little bit. And that's another way that I look at it as well. Convex, all that means is the diagonal, if it doesn't have no points in the exterior, no points in the exterior. So let's look at this one. So we'll look at convex. And here's another quadrilateral, same thing, 4 sides, quadrilateral. And when we connect the diagonals together, those diagonals are solely on the interior of that quadrilateral. So we would say, okay, well, then it's considered to be convex, if that's the case, and it is. All right, so let's apply that knowledge of regular versus irregular, concave versus convex, and let's see if we can further classify these polygons. Okay, so letter A, we have a rectangle, and it's definitely quadrilateral with 90-degree angles. We've got a rectangle here, and we see that the sides are different lengths. So these 2 are the same, but these 2 right here are different. Okay, did you notice that? So right away we can tell this is irregular. It's an irregular quadrilateral. Okay? Now the second thing we've got to do is we've got to, and I might need to use my eraser here. Let me pull this back just a little bit. I just need to erase here in the middle. The second thing we've got to do is determine, is it concave or is it convex? Now, hopefully that's not terribly confusing. What you're doing and what you're trying to do is you're going to take the diagonals and you are going to try and figure out, you know, are they in the interior of the figure or are they in the exterior? So if you do a couple of diagonals here, well, look at those diagonals. They're both still inside. This is interior, it's not exterior. So we would say this is convex. So it's an irregular convex is how we would classify it. All right, let's look at letter B. Notice that all sides are equal, all angles are equal, so that means it's a regular polygon. That's great, okay? So then we have to assess whether it's concave or convex. So check the different, now this one's going to have several different kinds of diagonals. So just check them. Just do a couple and you'll notice that they're all staying inside. Are you seeing that? They're all staying inside. They're all interior. And so what that tells me is then we would say, okay, well this is convex. All right, so if you're not sure, just do a quick sketch. It's okay, you can draw up on these figures, that's no problem. Letter C, I definitely see different same side lengths. That's what it looks like. but the angles, not all the angles are the same. And so the one I'm looking at is this one, this one, this one, and this one. They're not marked, but it definitely forms an angle. And so I would have to say this is irregular because I don't see equal angles there. I see equal sides, but I don't see equal angles. So I would classify that as irregular. And then, let me get my eraser back, take that off. If you're kind of like, I don't know if it's concave or convex, well, let's see if we can connect some of these diagonals together and see what happens, okay? So right away, if I try to connect here to here, oh boy. All right, that's exterior. So that tells me this has to be concave. I just need one piece of evidence and then I've got it, okay? All right, the next two are for you. So you're telling me regular or irregular, and then you're telling me concave or convex for each of those. All right, if you have any questions, bring your questions to class.